Most of the photos I put here on Weekly 50 are not super metaphorical. There's not a lot of room for interpretation, or these are not Picasso's where you can generate your own meaning. My photos are pretty straightforward and they're not that deep. They're usually just a subject that you can easily identify, along with something interesting in the background and maybe the foreground to provide additional context. And I guess you could say that here as well. I shot this again in my own backyard, kind of like last week's photo. And on one sense, it's a leaf of some sort of plant in my backyard. I don't know what this is, but it's a leaf on a plant, and it's kind of turned down, as you can see, as the colors are changing, and not super complicated. It's just a leaf, pretty straightforward. But then on another level, I think you could read into this if you wanted to. And I'm not saying I do. Maybe you do. And it's fine if you do. I'm kind of curious. So if you wanted to take something more from this, you could say, well, the leaf, it's not fully intact. So it's broken. And it's only because it broke that it's able to have this beauty to it. You could also note that it's not fully broken. So it's still hanging in there. And before it finally gives way and falls to the ground, it is turning this brilliant color. You could also talk about how it looks like it's taking flight, which is kind of the name of it, Leaflight. And there's these other wings in the background that are almost make it look like it's soaring above something below, a lake or some mountains, who knows what. Maybe the leaf isn't dying, but it's departing and it's taking flight, and it's soaring on to new adventures ahead. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a leaf on a bush in my backyard. That could be it too. But that's kind of one of the fun things about photography, is just because something means something to someone doesn't mean it has to mean that same thing to anyone else. And it's really just art in general. Like, I'm not making some new grand statement. This is the nature of any sort of art. If you're curious about the technical details, D750 macro lens, as you might suspect, shot this at f5.6, 180th of a second. This was ISO 2, I think it was 2000. And again, I used the AI noise removal tool in Lightroom. And I don't feel like I need to disclose that all the time, because it's just a button you click in Lightroom. You say, okay, denoise it. But I say that as an example of how it's a tool to improve my photos a little bit. And I'm really enjoying it. So anyway, I talked about last week. I'm not going to belabor it again here. But I'm curious what you take from this photo, if anything. Maybe you take nothing at all, and that's fine too.